All right, we started off taking a look out in the Pacific Ocean because there's a couple things to look at out here, mainly the high pressure that's just been plaguing the entire West Coast. And as you notice, quiet all throughout the entire West. But if we look way out there, we have a pretty active southern stream of the jet. We have a lot of thunderstorms in the subtropical Pacific down to our south. And this is all kind of indicative of this weak El Nino, I think. But I think as we get towards the end of the forecast, we get into this weekend, high pressure does start to break down. We have a storm system that looks like it's going to come through the Great Basin. And then there's a lot of controversy with the models about how it's going to behave when it moves into Arizona. One thing as we get into the weekend, we will start to cool down a bit. It will get windy. I'm not sure about precipitation yet, but that's definitely going to be the focus of the forecast throughout the week beyond today. In the meantime, today's high temperature 57. And as it's been all the way through, it seems 2015 well above average for this time of year. This weekend storm might bring our temperatures back down to earth right around average for this time of year. And Matt mentioned sunrise, sunset. There's a good look at it. Sunrise at 7:11 and sunset this evening was just about 10 minutes ago at 6:11. Okay, let's talk about what's happening across the nation, and nothing is happening out west. And then here's where the main jet stream drops down, and this has been the weather pattern here for the last 5 or 6 weeks. It's just right down into the Central Plains. Very cold air is plunging in on this jet stream right now. We have a little bit of snow diving into Arkansas here. Big storm winding up along the Atlantic seaboard. This thing's going to match up with all this moisture. Another big storm system is headed for the northeast. Tomorrow it'll be a pretty decent storm for the upper Midwest throughout the Ohio River Valley, and then on Thursday, it'll be a big storm along the eastern seaboard. In the meantime, very cold air moving into the east. It's been very warm February. These are temperature departures here in February. Much of the west, 10 to 15 degrees above average for the month of February. And then you get out east, and that's where all the cold air is. And it's going to be a big-time cold one. They're talking some of the coldest air in 2 decades, plunging in on the jet stream right now. Wednesday down into the Tennessee and Ohio River Valley is very cold, and ice storms have been occurring around the Carolinas and in Tennessee. And then Thursday, it's supposed to be the coldest day for the mid-Atlantic here in about 20 years. Okay, current temperatures out there right now. Here's where some of the cold air is at 7 in Minneapolis, 16 Chicago. It's Mardi Gras Fat Tuesday right now in New Orleans. Not bad. It's a nice day down there. 43 degrees right now in New Orleans. It's 75 degrees in Phoenix. Warm out west. Currently outside here on the campus of Northern Arizona University. 48 degrees. Winds out of the southwest at 10 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, it's just about a new moon. 22 degrees. Clear and cold tomorrow. Warm and sunny. That's kind of the whole story of the month. Clear and cold nights. Warm and sunny days. 61 is the forecast for us tomorrow. And that's warmer by a few degrees than we were today. Very unseasonably warm for this time of year. Not quite record warmth, but pretty close. 72 Sedona, Payson 68, Winslow 65, up on the Navajo Nation, Tuba City forecasting 64 degrees. Extended forecast. Okay, the high pressure starts to break down Friday. I think the wind picks up, a little bit cooler getting into the weekend. Not advertising any precipitation right now, but temperatures back down in the mid-40s. Stays kind of cool and blustery through the weekend, and it looks I'll talk about that in a second. And then down in Sedona, turns breezy here as we get towards the weekend, and temperatures much cooler. So I do think, though, that the high pressure breaks down. Whether it happens this weekend with the storms, I think it does. It looks like the storm window opens behind this weekend storm, and possibly getting into the very end of the month and early into March. There's some good chances for some good precip.